We often imagine spirituality to be the most sacred space, untouched by ego, free of manipulation, a place where only the truth can survive. But even in this space, darkness sometimes finds a way in. One of the most disturbing trends we're witnessing today is the rise of child spiritual gurus. Young children, some as young as 6 or 10, dressed in saffron robes, speaking in lofty language, delivering discourses on God, karma, and liberation, while thousands listen and millions watch online. But what appears divine on the surface often hides something far more troubling underneath. When you look closely, these children are not spiritual prodigies. They are performers, rehearsed, scripted, sometimes even pressured. Their innocence is wrapped in heavy words they may not even understand. They speak of detachment and self-realization, concepts that take lifetimes to even begin to grasp. But the question we must ask is, who is putting these words in their mouths? In many cases, the answer is their own parents. There are fathers coaching their sons, turning their living rooms into training grounds, not for spiritual practice, but for spiritual performance. These children are taught how to speak, how to move their hands, when to cry for dramatic effect, and when to smile with reverence. Their childhood becomes a production. The playground is replaced by a podium. The games are replaced by discourses, and the freedom to just be a child is quietly taken away. And the world applauds. We praise them as geniuses, as enlightened souls, as avatars. We flood their YouTube channels with views, likes, and money. But we forget to ask, do they even know what they're talking about? Are they choosing this path? Or are they being placed upon it without consent? Are we witnessing spiritual growth or emotional manipulation? In one disturbing case, a well-known child guru was recently exposed for being coached word for word by his father. Past videos showed him advertising his father's ice cream business. In others, he appeared confused, forgetting his lines, lost without a script. A revered elder even scolded him in public, exposing the artificiality of the performance. But instead of stopping the exploitation, this controversy only added to the views. This is not spirituality. This is show business. We're not just lying to ourselves. We're harming these children. Childhood isn't a sacred time. A time to explore, to question, to play, to fall down and get back up. It is not a time to carry the burden of being a guru, to shoulder the weight of public expectation, or to become a puppet for adult ambition. When a child is dressed in spiritual garb and placed on a stage, they are being robbed, not just of their youth, but of the authentic spiritual journey they might have taken later in life. They are made to skip the path and jump straight to the destination. But without walking the path, what value does the destination have? Without personal struggle, suffering, silence, and surrender, what can any child truly know of the vast inner world that saints have spent lifetimes discovering? Spirituality is not performance. It's not about the eloquence of your words or the size of your following. It is about authenticity. And children, by nature, are already close to the divine, not because of what they say on a stage, but because of their simplicity, their wonder, and their innocence. When we turn them into gurus, we are not bringing them closer to God. We are dragging them away from their natural state and dressing them up in costumes we have designed. And often, it's not for their spiritual growth, but for our own entertainment, our own pride, and sometimes our own profit. We need to stop confusing performance with realization. True spiritual growth takes time. It takes silence. It takes the courage to face your own shadow. And no child should be forced into that journey before their time. Let them grow. Let them question. Let them be children. And if their path is truly spiritual, it will unfold on its own, without scripts, without spotlights, and without the pressure of an audience. Because real gurus don't seek attention, they seek truth. And truth doesn't need a stage.